Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play SaGa 2 Goddess of Destiny. Last time around, we made it here to Ashura's town, one of the few Ashuras named locations in the game. Currently making our way to Ashura's tower from here, through this sandstorm eclipsed desert, using some cacti to find our way. Fortunately, I've kind of lost my sense of direction. I'm not sure which direction we were going exactly. I think we were going south, so I need to follow this cactus here. And then this one here, trying to avoid those enemies along the way. Don't feel that we need any more fights right now at the moment. Here's another cactus. Next one appears to be over in that direction. Nope, that's quicksand. Oh, here's the cactus. Okay. I don't know what happens if you fall in the quicksand, and I'd rather not find out. Well, it might be interesting to find out, but there's no need to unless it happens naturally. Oh, crap. Am I lost? It's a little hard to see where I'm going here, the sandstorm. Haven't seen a cactus in a while, and that worries me. We might be lost. This looks like a dead end. So turning around now, heading back the way we came. I think that's the way we came. This is not pleasant for me right now. Where am I going? Cannot see a thing. Were we supposed to find a relic, maybe, that would lead us on our way? Are there cacti up above me? Okay, it looks like I got down in the bottom of the quicksand pit somehow, and this is probably not where I'm meant to be. Let's follow the path upward. Seems to be the dead end we were in earlier. Hopefully if we wrap around this direction, we'll be able to get back. No. Well, we can climb this quicksand at least, and I know I saw cacti up in this direction. Sorry that I'm just rambling about what direction I need to go right now, but not a lot else to say here at the moment. Just trying to find my way out of this desert and toward Ashura's tower. I guess I can talk about a few other things while I'm here. I mentioned earlier that I'm generally pretty skeptical about 3D graphics on the DS. I'm not fond of 3D graphics at this resolution. In general, I'm really into 2D games and like sprites, if it's attractively done. But this game's kind of swayed me a bit. I really like the look of this game, and it's proven to me that this kind of graphical approach is doable at this resolution. And that makes me even more excited for the Dragon Quest VII remake that's coming up on DS pretty soon. I don't know if that one's going to be released outside of Japan or if it's going to end up like this game. Hopefully at least it ends up like this game with a fan translation. I'd hate to not be able to play it in English at all. But yeah, Dragon Quest VII was kind of a favorite game of mine back on the PlayStation, and everything I've seen of the DS version, which I think is out right now in Japan, or will be soon, it looks gorgeous. Looks like they it expanded on the original game in all of the ways I'd want them to. It looks really good. And also, another 3D RPG recently announced. This is going to date this video a little bit, give an indication of when I'm recording this, but the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y trailer was recently released, and I gotta say I'm impressed. Like, I didn't think 3D Pokemon was doable. Like, Pokemon Stadium was so ugly that it just like completely it convinced me that like a good looking 3D Pokemon could never be done. It's like those character designs are meant to be seen in 2D. It's like they weren't designed to exist in 3 dimensions, and they just looked awful. But I guess like technologically we've increased to the point where it's doable, but also like stylistically. And I'm guessing that the new generation of Pokemon are going to be designed like with 3D in mind from the start, so they'll look a lot better. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like Pokemon Rumble was really sweet looking, but I don't think that that's the look they want to go with for the main series. Okay, I'm starting to get concerned that I am entirely lost here. I've just been circling around this one cactus, and I've been unable to find the next cactus after it. Like, there are obviously more cactuses over there, but like logically there should be cactuses in 2 directions relative to this cactus, the direction I'm coming from and the direction I'm going to. We'll check in this direction one more time, but I think I'm just going to end up stuck again. Yeah, okay, I'm lost. Time to turn around, I guess. I presume I'm meant to be still following oh! Aha! Exclamation point! What do we have here? Oh, something's buried. Fantastic. Well, we wandered entirely off of the path we were meant to take, but we've got something for it. We got a maintenance kit. So I can't help but wonder if that contains the parts we need for our robot friend back in Desert Town. Well, perhaps I'll backtrack to Desert Town if I can find the way there. Having trouble finding my way anywhere at the moment. As you can see, I'm still just wandering around blindly through the sandstorm. I wonder if maybe I was supposed to find like a relic that would point me in the right direction of Ashura's tower, but I didn't hear anything like that in either of the last 2 towns I was in, and I don't think there is anything like that in the original game. We did come the right direction, didn't we? We went west relative... Ah, I see it. I see the tower. That's gotta be it. This has to be Ashura's tower, right? There's no cactus anywhere near it. How are we supposed to find this? Is that a cactus way over there? I'm gonna walk this way. Is that a cactus over there? Is that the cactus that we were stuck at? Yeah, it is. Okay. That looks like the cactus that I was circling around forever and I never managed to find anything from. It's because it was way... Oh no, I didn't lose it, did I? It's right up here, right? Please tell me it's right up here. Tower, where are you? Oh no, am I lost again? Keep in mind that the view of the screen that you have watching this video is larger than what I'm going off of to record this. Oh, I see the tower now. Yeah, the screen I'm looking at to play this game is 1/3 of the size of the screen that you're seeing. At least the top screen that you're seeing is 3 times the size of what I'm seeing. The bottom screen is only 2 times. Unless I've changed my editing method from what I plan to, in which case you can disregard that. Oh, hey there, Polinia. Still looking for Mel, I take it? Nice to see you again. Polly heard Mel is in here, so Polly came to look. If you find Mel, tell. Sure thing. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to meeting Mel and any of the other muses that I can. The more sources of MP I have, the better. And also, they seem like some of the more interesting characters in this game. For now, let's fight this spidery guy here. Looks like large beetles, 7 of them. I wonder if these are weak to Blizzard. We'll find out. We'll also be using Punch is fine for Zenith and Derringer for Natsmer. Now, Virtue, of course, being a robot, has the benefit that we don't have to devote him to any specific weapon type the way I'm kind of inclined to behave with my human characters because of the proficiency system. Because there's no proficiency for robots, I'm free to just use whatever weapon is best, and right now it's the Green Dragon Blade, which is a pretty dramatic looking weapon. Looks like something that Auron would have had in Final Fantasy X. But we're gonna try that out here. Wow, those large beetles are kind of fast. One of them got to act before Natsmer. Yeah, Green Dragon Blade. Nice horizontal slice there. Dealt a ton of damage. It's definitely the most powerful weapon we've had so far, and worth all the money I dropped on it in the last town. And all the enemies go down in 1 round. 714 Kiro, that's fantastic. We're gonna build up. If all the encounters here are like that, we're gonna build up to the money we need to buy like the submachine gun and the rocket fist before we know it. Looking forward to getting those items. Once we eventually make our way back to North Town, shouldn't be too long before we do that. We will, I guess I'm spoiling it a little bit, but we will be returning to the first world before too much later in the game. Just wandering around here, checking all the little alcoves. Doesn't look like a lot of things to find here in this entry chamber. Very, very decorative looking room here. Oh, is this something? Nope, just more decoration. Yeah, I'm liking the urns, liking the red carpet, I guess red tile. Looks very different than the locations we've seen so far. I'm impressed with the variety of locations in this game. Like, a couple of the towns have looked more or less like the one before them, but oh damn, and just look at this place. We haven't seen anywhere like this so far in the game. I love areas like this in games where the camera rotates around a circular passage. Like, they did this in Kirby 64 and it completely blew my mind because it was like a platformer game that existed on a 2D plane but with 3D graphics, and like the camera went around in unexpected ways. And like, I guess you could kind of say that this goes back to like Battletoads. Battletoads had their Revolution stage that kind of circled around. It's kind of cheating to count that as an instance of that, but like that's a really lovely area. And once again, different than anywhere else we've seen in the game so far. Oh, did I walk past a door? Oh no, I'm looking at the map wrong. Okay, so we've got a door here, we've got a door here, and then the hallway continues that way. There's another door there. Tons of doors branching off. We'll just take the first one for now. Eventually investigate all of these. What have we got here? Ashura's Tower, 2nd floor, room 1. Okay, this is just a window, right? Okay, looks like this one is empty. But I imagine some of the later ones won't contain treasures, and probably some of them will contain enemies as well. We've seen some trap rooms in the past. We've also seen some exploding treasure chests and some trap doors, so Wide variety of traps in this game. A new challenger, you've done well to make it here. Lord Ashura is strong. You'd be smart to quit while you still can. If you're still set on going, well then try your best. Lord Ashura should be on the top floor. Thanks, Mr. Goblin. That's very nice of you to encourage me to do my best. What an odd encounter. Okay. On to the next room. Actually, real quick, I thought I saw something on the mini-map there. No, I guess I'm mistaken. Okay, I thought I saw an exclamation point out of the corner of my eye, but I was mistaken. No biggie. Next room here, treasure chest. What's it contain? Come on. It's empty. Well, crap. We've seen that happen before back in the ruins of the ancient gods, and there it indicated that we weren't the only ones inside the dungeon. Might mean the same thing here. What's this goblin have to say? Is he as nice as the last one? I can't see your faces. Well, just look at our faces. We're right here. Yeah, we're newcomers. The work here is fairly tiresome. He thinks we work here? We're the new guys, I guess. Nice, and he even gave us a potion. These are the friendliest goblins we've met so far. In fact, that's not even true. We've met, like, goblin shopkeepers and stuff, but, like, you don't expect the goblins in the enemy's base to be so nice to you. Please keep my time off a secret. Lord Ashura is hard on the goblin messengers. Be sure to work later. You take it easy, goblin messenger. We know you work hard. That's room 3, so on to the next one. I think that was room 3. No, that was room 4, actually. So this one's room 5. Uh-oh, this spider's probably not as friendly as the goblins were. Who are you? An intruder, then? I was given the key. You will not escape. Oh, well, thanks for telling us about the key. I might have just run away if I didn't know about that, but knowing he has a key, well, we're gonna fight him. Keep using Blizzard here. In fact, we're just gonna run all of our attacks back since I think this was the last enemy we fought, and we'll just use the same strategy we used in the past. I imagine that the Blizzard by itself would probably take them all out, but we want all of the characters to get their hits in, just for style mainly, but also because we want everyone's stats to increase evenly. And here's the Blizzard from Elodie to clean up. Yep, and sure enough, all of them go down. Another 714 Kiro. Very, very big amount. I should probably be fighting more battles here just because of how much money we get. Oh, the key he was talking about was just the key to the door behind us, wasn't it? We were just trapped in this room. And this room looks different than the other ones. There's no window in the back. That's cool. Variety of rooms, even within this dungeon. It comes back to what I've been saying about the production values of this game. It's just insane that, like, this was never released outside of Japan. It's a fantastic looking game. High potion obtained. And we have yet another different looking room. This might have been a torture chamber or prison or something. Nobody occupying it at the moment. And we'll fight this blob guy. Probably just some of the green slimes that we encountered out in the desert. Nope, a pebble, 2 zombies, and a rat snake. So we'll have Elodie switch over to flame. Everyone else keep doing their thing. Spread out the attacks a little bit here. And commence. Man, 100 damage from Natsumer's Derringer. That's pretty nice. And there's that green dragon blade, never failing to impress. Flame from Elodie, is that enough to clean up here? Yes, it is. I'm kind of liking this setup where Elodie is the slowest and like she always ends the round with the flame that just cleans up everything. But I know in the long run that I would rather have Elodie be a bit faster than she is so that she can get healing spells in before the enemies. Just something to keep in mind for later. And we're back here on the connecting passage. Yeah, another one of these beautiful outer areas with the camera wrapping around. I like the view of the desert outside. You can see, I'll fight this guy since he's here. See the quicksand dunes animated in the background. Kind of surprised it's not just a flat panoramic background, that they've actually got that animation in there is nice. This looks like the last shot of Natsumer's Derringer, which is fine since she has a backup one, and this is just the one she had handed down from Virtue anyway. That'll give her a free slot that, if I remember, I'll put a potion into after the fight, since we've got a couple of those sitting around in our inventory. Here's Elodie's Flame. She's actually going before Virtue, meaning that he won't get a hit in, but since he's a robot anyway, it's not a big difference whether he gets to attack or not. And in fact, we'd probably rather he didn't attack, because he only has so many uses of that green dragon blade until we get to an inn. I don't expect to find an inn here in this dungeon. And here we are at the next floor, it seems. Yep, Ashura's Tower, 3rd floor. I'll go ahead and fight this bat thing. It might be an enemy we haven't seen yet, or it might just be the eagles from outside. Oh no, it's the Ramphorinchises. This was the boss of the very first dungeon of the game. The north tower, or north cave right outside the starting town. We'll see how much faster they go down than they did the first time. Not that it posed much of a challenge to us the first time around, but comically it only takes one hit from any of our attacks right now. Including Blizzard there, which is what I think we use. Wait. Whoa. Okay. Esper class changed to attack? That's okay. This is new. I don't know what's happening. So I heard about the human weapon proficiency system being added to this game, but apparently there's something called Esper class that was added as well. Apparently there are different classes of Espers which change depending on which types of spell abilities you use, and since Elodie's been mainly using elemental attacks, her Esper class is now attack. I presume that means that her offensive spells will be more potent, but her defensive spells might be less so. And if that's the case, I'm fine with that, since we use the offensive spells much more anyway. Also an HP increase from Zenith, 336 Kiro, and a little bit of MP as well. Let's see, where are we? Not as many rooms on this floor. It seems like a pretty straightforward passage here, so I'll just follow it around. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. This pillar has an X on it, so I'm going to demolish it. Glad I spotted that. Okay, so we demolished that, and there was nothing inside. Oh, okay, it was just blocking the path, I guess? No, it wasn't even blocking the path. What was the point of destroying that? What? What just happened? That was disappointing. We only have so many uses of demolish. I'm not happy about having used one for seemingly nothing. Oh well. Well, there's an icon on the map, at least, that shows that there was something here. Oh well. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna press on. Looks like there's not a lot else to do here on this floor, so I'll follow it around here to where I presume the exit is, mirroring the other side. Sure enough. Here's the exit. Back outside to the connecting passage. Looks exactly like the other ones, but no enemies here, right? Yeah, it seems like there are no encounters on this floor. I wonder if that means we're approaching the top already. And yeah, I'm not seeing anyone out here. It's getting a little bit lonely. Hopefully we'll run into someone in here. Won't be so alone anymore. Ashura's tower, 4th floor. We'll fight this lizard guy, since he's right there. Might as well. Looks like 4 rat snakes. They had legs on the map, but here they're clearly snakes. And I presume that snakes are weak to ice. The cold-blooded animals tend to be. Natsmer missed. That's just one more target that Elodie will pick up with the blizzard. I should really heal at the end of this fight. Elodie's down to 26 HP, which is a dangerous place to be. Yep, Blizzard cleans up. Max HP increased from Elodie, so we're going to get even more value out of that healing spell once we get around to using it. 336 Kiro obtained. And while we're in the menu, I think I'm going to give Natsmer a potion. I mentioned doing that earlier, but of course I promptly forgot about it as soon as the fight was over. Let's go ahead and... I guess we could give her like a battle hammer instead. Actually, let's give her a high potion since we've got one of those. High potion recovers, it seems, 175 HP, whereas we only get 50 from a potion. None of our characters have 175 HP yet, but it would be nice to get more than 50 whenever we use one. And I'm going to go in here and rearrange her inventory a little bit. We don't want that high potion on the top of the list. And go to abilities on Elodie and cast Cure. Healing her, and we'll heal Zenith while we're here. Natsmer only down a couple of HP. She doesn't really need the healing quite yet. Alright, and here we have another floor, it seems, without a lot to do on it. No doors, anyway. Oh, but what is this? Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so we have another pillar to destroy. Oh, I see what's happening here now. We probably have to destroy one of these pillars on every floor, and that'll cause something up above to fall down, maybe? Oh, no, we got hit from behind by some snakes. I assume they're snakes, even though they appeared to have legs. And sure enough, they're the snakes we've come to know. I could use flames since there are multiple groups of enemies, but since I suspect these are weak to ice, I'll continue doing that. I'll just put a couple of people on Mr. Zombie over there to make sure that we're able to take him out. And commence. Oh, alright, Zenith was able to take care of the zombie on his own. Oh, and something interesting happened. I thought I told Natsmer to attack the zombie, but she attacked the snakes, which means that apparently in this game, if you try to attack a target and that target's already dead, you're assigned to another target, and that's not how it worked in the original game. Good to know that that's how it does work in this game, because I've been planning my strategies assuming that that wasn't the case. Anyway, Elodie gets a max HP increase, as does Zenith, as does Natsmer. Max HP for everyone. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. 516 Kiro and some MP as well. And we destroyed this tower right before the fight, which means we can get, or this column rather, which means we can get back here, obtain this saber. I'll go ahead and give that saber to Natsmer. Since she is our special sword user, we'll replace the whip with it. And that's an agility-based weapon. Does damage equal to agility-based, or agility times 9 compared to agility times 7 for the rapier. So that's a pretty drastic difference, a difference of 24 power. Which seems like quite a lot. What else is there to do on this floor? So that's obviously a trap door, but I'm curious about it, so I'm going to walk onto it anyway, because I still want to know why we destroyed that pillar down below, and I think that might have something to do with it. But no, nothing happened. Okay, well, I presume that if we keep destroying pillars, something might happen. I want to believe that the pillar we destroyed for a reason, because I used one of my precious uses of that relic on it. We haven't regained uses of the relic, have we? No, I don't think so. I think we've used it 3 times, and it's gone from 9 to 6. I don't think that the uses of the relic are restored when you rest at an inn the way your abilities are restored. Yeah, very suspicious about this whole demolish business. Alright, and we're back here. We can just run past these guys. Whoa. Alright, we could walk around the trapdoor, but it seems safer to go this way, given the position of those enemies. And avoid some more enemies here. Everything pretty easy to walk past, despite the relatively narrow corridors. Yet another connecting passage, like the ones we've seen before. Once again, the enemies, though, are back here on this one. Not like the last one, which was surprisingly silent. Nothing here we can't avoid, though. The environment doesn't seem to have changed from the previous ones, despite us getting higher. Ooh, and it looks like we may have come to a boss here, up on the 5th floor of Ashura's tower. So, we'll have to face this guy next time. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you then.